Yes, Neha. Okay.
कैम्स हैं अपने स्टॉक में है।
Everyone. To everyone present here, I extend a very warm welcome. Our director, Ms. Lata Vedyanathan, our principal, Ms. Nishi Manglik, our vice principal, Mr. Sanjay Bharadwaj, and of course, a very warm welcome to our expert, Mr. Rakshit Tandon. Respected teachers, parents, it's very good to see you here. And of course, my dear students, it feels amazing to address all of you together, the entire Gyan Bharati community, which is only possible in this virtual world. And today's webinar is something that is very relevant to us. In the last 3.5 months, our world has been actually thrown off its axis, and we are completely glued to the virtual world almost consistently for some work or the other. So it is very important for us to gear ourselves with the right tools to be safe, to be healthy, and to always be responsible in the virtual world. This webinar today is an attempt for us to give you the safety measures, to give you knowledge about the right etiquettes to use the cyber world. And for this, we have invited our expert. I will now request Nishi ma'am to please introduce the speaker, and thank you all for joining us.
Thank you, Neha. Good afternoon, all. Dear Mr. Tandon, on behalf of all the children of the school, the parents, and the teachers present here, I extend to you a very warm welcome. Actually, Mr. Rakshit Tandon, who's created a revolution in his field, requires no introduction. A leader in the field of cyber security, Mr. Tandon is the founder director of HackDev Technology Private Limited. He is the Director, Executive Council, Council of Information Security, Consultant, Internet and Mobile Association of India, Chairman, National Outreach Program on Child Abuse, and Member Advisory Board at National Cyber Safety and Security Standards. He is also advisor, Cyber Peace Foundation. Actually, children and parents and all of us will understand him only when he speaks, because an introduction doesn't suffice here. Welcome, Mr. Tandon. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Namaskar, Principal ma'am, Director ma'am, Lata ma'am. Thank you for inviting me to Gyan Bharati School, and all the respected parents, teachers, and my dear children who are listening to me. As ma'am introduced, my name is Rakshit Tandon, and I work as a cyber security evangelist. 15 years of experience, and my major profile is doing three things. One, talking to children. So I've spoken to more than 3.2 million kids in the country now. I have addressed so many schools that I've even forgotten the number. Second, I'm an official trainer for all the government and police academies across the country, where I go and train officers on cybercrime investigations and forensics. And my third domain is I work as an investigator. I help the law enforcement agencies to investigate cybercrime cases. So this is my major profile, which I do. I also run a company called HackDev Technology, where I have two divisions. One is Hackershala, where I teach people about online security and cyber security. We have a lot of programs going on. And second is a CodeSnack company, where we develop products for cybersecurity. So this is my personal venture in a startup where I work, and this is my profile. So students and children, as we all know, that internet has been very, very important part during especially this unusual time of lockdown. So there's a lot of activity which has been happening online. So to take you through this, I will take you through a presentation which will what are the features, how do we protect ourselves, what are the threats, what all kind of threats are happening online, and how do we keep ourselves safe. So I call my program Cyber Surakshit. My contact details are there on the page. You can see all my handles where people can get in touch with me. And my parent organization, which I work as a consultant, called Internet and Mobile Association of India. I've been working with all the law enforcement agencies across the country. So I've been working with Hyderabad Police, Haryana Police, Delhi Police, CBI, Bhopal, Rajasthan, BPRND, UP, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, every state, including CBI. So what is happening? Let's discuss about that. First, what are the current frauds? How do we keep ourselves safe? We are going through virtual schools now, because of the special unusual time. You cannot go to school, so we have virtual schools now. We have our virtual classes. So what are the safety and practices for virtual classes? How do you keep our smartphones safe? That is a digital identity. How do we control security and safety on social media, which is very popular these days? Everybody is on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Then, because you can't go out and play, then you have to play your games online. So a lot of online gaming is happening. So how do we control the good screen time and the bad screen time? Cyber laws, what are the punishments? What if we do something wrong, and how does the law protect me on cyberspace? And then what is the redressal? So if something wrong goes with me, where do I go? And then online payments, because a lot of parents are listening to me. So I would like to specially mention how do you keep your digital payments safe? So this is the agenda of the session. So it is going to be very important for all of you. And then the last, I'll give you a chance to ask questions to me. You have a Q&A tab. on your screen where you can post your questions. And the moment I come back to the platform, I will start answering your questions. So hope my screen is visible to all of you. And we start. So let me start with what are the current frauds happening. First, parents and children, let's understand that hackers, what they have done, they have flooded Google with all the fake numbers, helpline numbers, customer care numbers. They have posted their own numbers using the keywords. And this is called black hat SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is a technique through which whatever you write on Google, it comes on the front page. So now what hackers have done, they have posted all the fake and fraud numbers of themselves using the keyword helpline and customer care. So now, all right. So what I was telling you was that one customer, he had, during the lockdown, he had a problem with some bank and he was not able, because of the lockdown, he cannot go to the bank. So what he did, he searched the bank number on customer care. So for that, he wrote on Google, I want the number of so-and-so bank. And you can see on my screen on the first A, he got a Google Map link saying, giving him a mobile number, some 952 something. And his poor victim, he called the number and the person picked up the call and said, yes, I'm calling from the bank. How can I help you? Bole, my check is not been cleared. Can you check the status, please? So he said, okay, give me your account number and details. And then he also said, because a lot of frauds are happening, I'm sending you a OTP to verify whether you are the right customer or not. Can you share the OTP? And this gentleman, I don't know what happened to him. He shared the OTP, thinking that he is talking to a genuine customer care number. And within seconds, he lost his money. Now, if you can see my another part of the screen, when I was checking this number belonged to a bank scam. 33 people have already reported this number, and this number was from somewhere in Bihar. So a very straightforward warning to all the parents and children that whenever you have a problem with any service or any application, don't start searching the number on Google and don't start trusting the number coming on Google. You have to open the parent application. Suppose I have a problem with Amazon, I will open the Amazon app. Inside the app, I will find the customer care solution. I have a problem with Zomato, I will open the Zomato app. Inside the app, I will find the number. Otherwise, I can be cheated. Then parents, be very careful. Nobody is sending you messages for your KYC. All these messages coming are fake. So you might receive a message saying that your KYC is not done. We will block your wallet or something. And if you try to call these numbers, again, you can be cheated. Then third, how do they cheat? So when you call these fake numbers, they ask you to install one application very sweetly. They will say, okay, I'm calling from the customer care. You please install this application. The application is called something like AnyDesk, Quick Support, TeamViewer. Now you should understand these applications are basically used for remotely giving support, remotely. That means you have a problem in your computer. I am sitting here. From here only I can fix your computer. But now you installed this application. Why? Because somebody, the customer care guy, asked you to do that. Now he can see your mobile screen. And then he will very sweetly ask you to add 2 rupees to your wallet. Now, when you will add 2 rupees to your wallet, you will enter your card number, PIN number, everything. He will see your screen and now he will cheat you. So 2 warnings. One, I'm not searching for any fake number on Google as a customer care and calling him. Second, if somebody is asking me to install such kind of an application, I will not do that. What has happened? This has happened. You can see on my screen, one gentleman lost 92,000 rupees because of a similar fraud. Another gentleman lost 2,70,000 and another lady lost 95,000. So such cases are increasing. Be very careful. When you are dealing with UPI and payments, be careful whether you are sending money or receiving money. So there is a difference between both. In UPI, there are only 2 options, send money, receive money. So now when Bacha, this school student, he posted his cycle. He wanted to sell off his cycle on OLX. Immediately got a call saying that I am from army, I am an army officer, ex-army or something. I want to buy your bicycle. How much do you want for this? He said, I want 3,000 for my cycle. Well, fine. What I'll do, I will just send you 2 rupees so that I check whether it is been received or not. Tell me whether you received 2 rupees or not. So the boy said, yeah, I got 2 rupees. And now he was doing all these operations on a mother's phone. Now the person said, I'm sending you a request for 3,000, please accept. He sent a receive request. This boy, he pressed OK and he entered the PIN. Suddenly he realized that money from his account went to the hacker. So be very careful when you deal with such cases. Any person on OLX or even otherwise also, that, hi, Mr. Tandon, I am sending your payment, please accept. And now he sends me a reverse request. And the moment I press OK, ulta ho jata hai. Money from my account goes to the hacker. So be very, very careful. Parents and children both listen very clearly. 90% attack is happening through emails. You must be hearing in the news every day. Government of India also recently gave a warning that there might be a big phishing attack. And these hackers are using two keywords very popular, COVID-19 and Corona. Be very careful. Nobody is sending you a relief. Nobody is sending you a test report of COVID. Nobody is talking to you about donation. Nobody is giving you money for COVID. So all these kind of messages they are creating are fake. Be careful on your emails. A lot of fake emails are coming. Recently, a case happened. Listen to this case. One parent is working in a multinational company on a senior position. His CEO is sitting in one part of the country. They all are working from home because of the COVID. So he received an email from his CEO. Suppose I'm the person working from home and my CEO is in Bangalore or America or London. I receive a mail from my CEO that, Mr. Tandon, because everybody is working off home, everybody is very low because of COVID-19 and Corona, they are feeling very depressed. To cheer them up, I want to give them a surprise by gifting them an Amazon coupon of 10,000 each. So because I am sitting here in US, I am very helpless and lockdown. So please buy these 20 vouchers and send it across to me. On Monday, I will give them all a surprise and I will ask the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, to pay the money to you. Now, this person sitting at home was so happy that the CEO has chosen me to do this thing. Without checking the email or anything, he purchased Amazon coupons of 10,000 each, around 22 lakh rupees he spent, and he sent those codes to the email ID of the boss, so-called boss. This email was a fake email. So be very careful, parents. Even you might, I got a case in the morning only from a lady called me up from Gurgaon that, and she's a teacher in some school, that, Mr. Tandon, my Facebook, I don't know what happened. Every relative and friend of mine is receiving a message that I have a COVID condition in my family. I'm financially very helpless. So can you just deposit 5,000 rupees in my Paytm wallet? And I have not sent that message. My Facebook is hacked. My Facebook is hacked. So be very careful with emails. Don't click on every email which is coming to you. Check the email address. Don't check the display name. Our habit is that you only check the display name. I got a message from Neha ma'am from neha.gyanbhartischool.net, right? And it is written Neha ma'am. I will only check the name Neha ma'am. I will not check the email address. Suppose I send you an email, you will only check Rakshit Tandon. My email is info@rakshittandan.com. And now you are receiving a mail from info@rakshittondon.com. Hacker ne A ko O kar diya. So be very careful. Parents, if you are dealing in some business activity quotations, be very careful. Check twice before sending or depositing any online money for any business payment. A lot of frauds are being reported to us, especially during the lockdown. So one poor businessman, he runs a factory and he got an order on telephone, on email, saying that we want so much of stuff for some hospital or something. And the poor people were cheated with 2 or 3 lakh rupees. So email compromise and business email compromise is very important to be checked. Anybody sending you a mail with your password, don't get scared. A lot of data breaches have happened recently. So if somebody sends you a mail saying that I know everything about you, I have recorded everything, these are all fake mails. Now, parents and children, listen very carefully. We all are attending virtual classrooms. So what are we? We are digital citizens. When you were going to the real school, right from the bus conductor to the bus, getting ready for the school, getting your tiffin, everything was taken care of. Then you entered the school, there was a gatekeeper who used to check your ID. There were so many staff members who ensure that you safely sit in the class. There were teachers to attend. there were principals and director to take care of you, and then again there was the bus to safely send you home. So many people were involved to take care of your education and your safety. Today, parents, that role has to be played by you, especially for my young children. This is I would call a wonderful initiative that all schools, they have tried to go online so that your children are not kept away from education. Otherwise, these lockdown time would have been very difficult. So every school, I would congratulate every teacher of India and school who are sitting at home and still they are giving you continued education to my children, and I could call them Corona warriors also. So now understand, if the schools are online, then there is a mutual responsibility of the parent also to ensure that my child gets a secure device. My child has some attention, that he is always disciplined and attending the class, not on his laptop, that either the class is happening and there he's playing some game or chatting or something. So that discipline and decorum has to be maintained by parents. Parents need to help. And third, parents, for the younger ones, you have to be very protective, because they would need attention, like these third graders and fourth graders and junior sections. Also, children, you all are now digital citizens. I work as an investigator. I have 10 years of experience with the police and the cybercrime cells. And what I've seen in my whole career, that nobody can hide their digital footprints. What I'm trying to say, whatever you do online, whatever, everything is recorded and it has a track record. And when it comes to the law enforcement agencies, they can track you. So why I'm saying this, I don't want any of my child to be doing something naughty or try to do a prank, because you do a prank in your real class, बड़ा आसान है, टीचर ने कान पकड़ा और बाहर खड़ा कर दिया, तो आए, तुमने सॉरी बोला, तुम वापस क्लास में आ गए, कोई हु हल्ला नहीं हुआ, कोई पुलिस नहीं आई, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, और तुम चुपचाप खुश होते हुए घर आ गए. But now if you try to be naughty in a virtual class by making a fake ID, by putting something on the screen, by writing something wrong in the chat, by personating means you enter the class with the name principal ma'am, or you enter the class with the name of a teacher. If you try to do such pranks, I am sorry, bachcho, you are violating the law. Which law? I call it cyber law. I will come on cyber law later part, but you are violating. And what I have learned, whatever you do online can be tracked and traced. A very sad incidents happened, parents and children, in the lockdown in Delhi itself, where children's chat, Instagram chats were leaked online, and they were called some locker room or something. The chats were very bad, very, very derogatory. Very bad words were used. They were violating the law. Very bad pictures were shared. And they were all young kids, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th only, not adults. Immediate cognizance was taken by DCW, the Delhi Commission for Women. And within 15 hours, the Delhi Cyber Cell came into action. And within 18 hours, all 20 children were apprehended and questioned by the police. Within 18 hours, they had different random IDs on Instagram. What I'm trying to say here is, I'm not trying to scare you. I want my children to be a very nice digital citizen. A citizen whose digital footprints are always clean and you're not doing anything wrong. And for virtual classes, there are some do's and don'ts. Number one, whatever platform, and listen, parents, let me clear the apprehension. Whatever platform you use, all platforms are good and safe unless you maintain safety and security on the device. So your devices should be protected. No fake softwares or pirated softwares, please. No downloading movies and songs from fake websites. Using a good antivirus on your computer. Keeping your firewall on. Firewall. If you have a Windows laptop, keep your firewall on. Good antiviruses like Quick Heal, Norton, McAfee, these are good products. You should have them on your laptops and devices. Always children should sit in a clean background, blank wall. Not like me, मेरे में ये सब आपको award पीछे दिख रहे हैं, तो इससे आपको मेरे बारे में बहुत कुछ पता चल रहा है. As a child, I should sit on a blank white color wall. जहाँ पीछे कोई फोटोग्राफ ना हो, फैमिली की कोई फोटोग्राफ ना हो, किसी का नाम ना लिखा हो, कोई बहुत महंगा सा बढ़िया सा आइटम ना रखा हो, and all that stuff has to be taken care. Children should be properly dressed and create a corner in the house where unnecessary disturbances in the, because see, now the challenge is that, and even for teachers, the challenge is, even the challenge for me, I'm sitting from home right now. So my son would come shouting, calling my wife, or my daughter will come shouting, calling my wife, and you all will be able to hear that noise. So unnecessary disturbance should not be there. There are three things which all has to remember. One is called digital citizenship. The rules are netiquette, cyber hygiene, and digital wellness. For younger children, let me clarify what are the 5 rules of digital citizenship. Number 1, respect. Number 1, responsibility. Make your child responsible about the device. Number 2, respect. Number 3, compassion. Number 4, resilience. Be strong on internet. Every time internet will not be good. I put my picture on internet, I get a very good comment. I feel very nice. I put my picture on internet, I get a very bad comment. I feel very low. No. You have to be resilient today on internet. Internet can be good, internet can be bad, but I have to be strong. And children, the most important thing, and parents, you also listen, the most important thing in today's cyber world is smartphones. How to protect your digital identity. And I call it a smartphone identity. We all are using smartphones. There are 2 types of phones we are using. One is called Android, another is called Apple. You can't start an Android phone without a Gmail ID. You can't start an Apple phone without an Apple ID. These IDs need to be protected. Why? Because the moment I use an Android phone with a Gmail ID, it completely configures to my cloud. Whatever I do on my phone, it got synchronized to my cloud. So suppose I'm saving a picture in my phone, it goes to my cloud. I'm saving a picture on my Apple phone, it goes to my iCloud. I have to protect my digital identity. How do I do that? A very simple answer, 2-step verification. We call it 2-step verification. Suppose I have a Gmail account and I use an Android phone. You understand Android, right? Please open your settings, go to Google, go to manage your account, and there is an option called 2-step verification. Just turn it on. What does this mean? Ab meri ID mein 2 taale lag gaye. My ID cannot be opened with 1 chabi. It needs 2 chabi. One is the password and second is the OTP, one-time password. So even if somebody hacks my Gmail password, he cannot open my phone. He cannot see my data. He cannot harm me in any way. Why? Because it will require a OTP and the OTP comes to me. I will not share my OTP with anyone. So protecting your identity is very important. Why? Because with the same Gmail ID, what all are you doing? You are opening Facebook account, you are opening Instagram account, you are opening Snapchat account, you are opening bank, you are opening your insurance policy. Everything is connected to one identity. And if somebody hacks this identity, you can be in serious trouble. So how do I protect? Very easy. I will put 2 locks on my ID. Whether you use Android or you use Apple. In Apple, we call it 2-factor authentication. Open your Apple, go to settings, go to Apple ID. There is an option password and security, and there it is written 2-factor authentication. Turn it on. Turn it on. So why do I need this protection? Because if somebody hacks my cloud, he can see everything. I got a case recently from a young girl. She complained to me saying, "Sir, I have some very personal pictures in my phone. I have not shared those pictures with anyone. Somebody sent me an email last night and he is trying to blackmail me and he has all my pictures. I don't know how. I have not shared it with anyone. Never." You know what has happened? Somebody hacked her Gmail ID. From Gmail ID, he got into the cloud, and from cloud, he got the pictures. Now, if you have a 2-step verification on your ID, no hacker can get into your ID. Coming to social media, children, I have a lot of complaints, and children, you have to understand, howsoever naughty and adventurous you are, you should never break the laws. There is some serious issues happening with children in school: stalking, bullying, making fun, making pages. You are not, I have heard cases that even they are not sparing the teachers. They are taking screenshots of classes and making memes. Listen, children, very carefully. don't break the law. The law says that you cannot post anybody's picture without their permission. You cannot post their pictures with obscene words, obscene language. And the third thing, which is very common in bullying, is fake accounts. So I had a fight with Rakshit. So now what will I do? I'll go home, make a fake account of Rakshit using Rakshit's photo. This is called fake account. Then third problem I'm facing with young children is that you become friends with unknown people online. And then you start sharing intimate pictures. And then now you are worried because those people, they start blackmailing you, sharing your videos, sharing your pictures in public, and that creates a problem. It's a strict warning to all my senior grade students and parents. Please make children understand what is the meaning of friendship, what is the meaning of relationship, what is the right age. They don't try to be a premature adult on internet. Don't try to experiment everything, becoming friends with anonymous people and sharing intimate pictures. I'm sorry, once a picture clicked on internet, it is forever. Nobody in the world can delete it. So remember my word, STP. Stop, think and post. Let me repeat, STP. Stop, think and post. So bacho, this is a serious problem. No fake accounts, no bullying. Respect your friends. You have a problem, sort it out. And what is this ego? Ego got hurt, complex. No, sorry. And this is all happening because of excessive use of social media. There is so much fake information on social media, it impacts your brain. And what do you think? I should also try this. See, listen, you must be hearing one word called social distancing. I am teaching you a new word. It is called information distancing. Stay away from fake information. Don't start forwarding. Without checking the authenticity of a news, don't name shame anybody. Don't tag stories just because somebody posted something. You don't even know the fact. And then you try to become a lawyer and a judge on internet. A young child recently in NCR lost his life. He committed suicide. Why? Because somebody was name blaming him and tagging him on social media. I'm sorry, this is not done. It's a crime. I have been teaching a lot of cyber security courses. I know children love this word called hacking. Hacking officially is a crime. There is one word called ethical hacking, which we also teach at Hackershala. But what does this mean? So Gyan Bharati School officially contacted me and wrote a mail. Mr. Tandon, this is our website. Can you please hack and find the problems in the website? Now I have an official letter from Gyan Bharati. So now officially I can hack and find problems in their website. And when I do that, this is called ethical hacking. This is called ethical hacking. Now, without telling Gyan Bharati, I go, I hack and I show them, listen, you are hacked. I will be jailed. I will be jailed. Children, morphing pictures and misusing is another very serious crime happening, especially girls, young girls listening to me. Always make private accounts. No response to any unknown ID. No response means zero response. Any unknown number, any unknown messenger, any unknown Instagrammer trying to contact you, no need to involve in any communication. Who are you? Who? Do I know you? Question mark. No. Report and block. Report and block. There are a lot of bad people. What are they trying to do? They try to scare you. They take a picture of you. They cut your face and put it on something else, and then they try to scare you. No need to be scared. Immediately block and report such accounts. So these are the problems happening on social media. Parents, whenever you are giving a small child a device, the email ID should be yours. Let me repeat what I said. So I am giving an Apple phone to my son. The Apple ID is my ID, parent ID. I am giving an Android phone to my child. The Gmail ID is created by me. I am the owner of the Google account and I am giving the Android device to my child. This will ensure a decent parental control. It will not hinder the privacy of the child, but it will keep the child safe. So these are the threats, and these are the 4 pillars of social media, how to be safe on social media: security, privacy, safety, and well-being. First, secure your account. Second, have privacy on your account. Third, safety. Block anybody who you don't know. Report anybody who's doing something wrong. And well-being, create meaningful interactions. So this is a nice, good time you have got. I have seen a lot of children writing blogs. I am helping them. I'm sharing their blogs on my profiles. I have a lot of fan following and a lot of verified handles. So I help children who are doing something good, painting, singing, playing piano. So many good things you can do, create meaningful interactions, debate subjects, but as a child in your limits, and don't try to create wrong interactions and wrong messages and wrong memes, making fun, body shaming. All this is wrong. Security, I have already answered the question, but again, I'll repeat, two-factor is the only answer. So open your Facebook security and turn on two-factor authentication. What does this mean? Two-factor means that my Facebook cannot be opened only with a password. It needs two things, password and OTP. Privacy, who can see what? So suppose there are three options given to you. Who can see your friend list? Everyone, my friends, only me. So you should know what to protect and how to protect. So please check your privacy settings. There are a lot of people who misuse your pictures by morphing. So you can protect your picture with a profile picture guard. If you put this guard on your profile picture, nobody can copy it and nobody can download your picture. How do they hack your social media accounts? By scaring you or by sending you fake messages. You might get a message, somebody saying case page, we have done a case on you and your Facebook is posting wrong things, so please verify yourself. And they will take you to a page which is similar like Facebook, but the spelling is wrong. It is some review.xyz, but the design is similar to Facebook. And if you enter your email ID here, your account is hacked. They might send you a message that I just saw a video of yours. Oh my God, you were looking so odd in this. And when you click on it, again, a page of Facebook will open, but the spelling you can see is wrong. It is 00kk.com. Same you can receive on Instagram. We are blocking your account within 48 hours. Please verify. But please carefully look where the email is coming from. drtoddcameron.com. It is a fake ID. So this is how hackers are trying to hack you. Instagrammers, listen to me. No meme pages, no making fun of your friends, no sharing obscene images and obscene words. Always make private accounts, put a comment control option, hide the offensive comments, and always use two-factor authentication so that nobody can hack you. Again, WhatsApp, put a two-step verification. Last evening, I got a call. Sir, my best friend called me saying that I have a problem in my WhatsApp. I have sent you a code. Can you just share the code? And I shared the code. Now my WhatsApp is hacked and somebody is using my WhatsApp to send everybody wrong messages. A lot of WhatsApp hacking is going on. Be careful. Please protect your WhatsApp with two-step verification and privacy. If you are using a laptop and a WhatsApp web, just always sign out and don't keep myself signed in. So when you are done with your WhatsApp web, please log out. Please log out. Don't allow everybody to add you in a group. There is an option called My Contacts so that only my friends can add me in the group. And keep a fingerprint on your WhatsApp. Permissions are very important. Recently, you heard that Government of India has banned 59 Chinese applications. They were stealing your information, very private information, and they were misusing this information. And we call these kind of apps as stalkwares. Stalkwares, they do profiling. So be a very smart user. Please check the permissions. What are you giving? Don't give SMS permission to any app. Don't allow them to read your SMS. Don't allow them to track your location every time whenever they want. Don't allow them to hear your microphone and don't allow them to use your camera whenever they want. So these are some very smart things you can do with your smartphones by checking your permissions. I mentioned in the beginning called digital footprints. I also mentioned in the beginning netiquettes. And I also mentioned one word, digital citizen. Now listen, bachcho, you are a digital citizen. If you are a digital citizen, you are governed by the cyber laws of the country. And what are the cyber laws? They don't allow you to defame anybody. They don't allow you to do any public mischief like spreading rumors. They don't allow you to threaten anybody. They don't allow you to insult any modesty of a woman. And they don't allow you to post anything negative about any religion. Now, these are the standard laws. We call it IPC, Indian Penal Code. Now, let's talk about cyber law. First, if you can read my screen, all the laws, the sections, they start with the one word which is called whoever, and whoever means koi bhi. The first section says stealing data and stealing a device is a crime. You can be jailed for 3 years. The second section says hacking somebody's ID. Now, you students, listen to me carefully. You might be very smart, ethical hackers. If you are hacking somebody's password fraudulently or dishonestly, you have committed a crime, can be jailed for 3 years with a fine of 1 lakh rupees. Cheating by personation, making a fake ID. So I took a picture of Neha ma'am, and with the name of Neha, I created a ID. What have I done? I am cheating by personation. If Neha complains to the cyber cell, I am jailed for 3 years. The last section says whoever is capturing, publishing or transmitting a photograph of a private area of any person without his or her consent, 3 years of jail, 2 lakh rupees fine. Whoever. गलत फोटो खींचना, डालना और शेयर करना इंटरनेट पे जिसमें बॉडी का प्राइवेट पार्ट दिख रहा हो और वो भी विदाउट परमिशन, आपको 3 साल की जेल हो सकती है. कानून ये भी कहता है बच्चों, पब्लिशिंग एंड ट्रांसमिटिंग ऑब्सीन मटेरियल. मेरे बच्चों, there is no fun and there is no feeling cool in using bad language, गालियां, गंदे words. Please stay away. I'm telling you, warning you. कानून में ये लिखा हुआ है, whoever, येलो कलर से हाईलाइट किया है, publish or transmit obscene material on internet, 3 years of jail, 5 lakh rupees fine. और अगर बच्चों ये मटेरियल सेक्सुअली एक्सप्लिसिट हुआ, parents, I have to talk to my children now. It's high time. There is a lot of wrong content on internet, and if my child is consuming that content, he is polluting his mind. He's not getting a right direction. You need to protect my children and you need to educate my children about these content. There is a lot of television series and what you call web series going on internet, which are using some words which are not appropriate for children. There is an age rating written on every program, 18 plus, 17 plus. Please follow these rules in your house for internet and for applications. So these are the laws. If something wrong happens, where do I go? Some cybercrime happened, where do I go? Some money fraud happened, where do I go? Cybercrime.gov.in is the answer. Government of India has started a wonderful portal where you can report your complaint online. There are 2 separate options. One is for women and children. Second is for other crimes. In women and children, we have a wonderful option, report anonymously. You don't have to give your name and identity. You can report anonymously. And immediate reporting can be done. Whether it's a bank fraud, ATM frauds, we call it cybercrime.gov.in. It's a MHA initiative, Ministry of Home Affairs. Teachers listening to me, there is a section called resources. There are wonderful books given in English and Hindi for cyber safety. Please download and send it to all the parents. And all parents listening, please download these videos and books and start reading them. You will always be safe online. So open cybercrime.gov.in. Go to the option resources and there you will find a lot of manuals and cyber safety books for children and parents. Bachcho, I know you love games. Second, I also know that you love fighting games. I am not against games. I want proper screen time. An adult, 13 years to 18 years of children, bulky not 13, I will say 10 years to 18 years, 17 years. Your good screen time should not be more than 1 hour on games and chats. This is apart from your school time, that is 2-3 hours of your school and project is separate. Only gaming, I'm telling you, not more than gaming and chatting, not more than 1 hour a day. Parents, I want to ensure that children are only playing games which are meant for their age. There's a very popular game, PUBG. It's a 17 plus game. And I'm sorry to tell you parents that there are young kids who are consuming this game. I'm sorry, they should not. They will only play games which are meant for their age rating, 12 plus, 13 plus. Please check the age rating. बच्चों, violent games खेलने में कोई नुकसान नहीं है, लेकिन ज्यादा खेलने में बहुत नुकसान है, दिमाग खराब हो जाता है, आप बहुत एग्रेसिव हो जाते हो, बात बात पे गुस्सा करने लगते हो, सबको मारने लगते हो, क्योंकि वो गेम 4-4 घंटे खेलने से आपका दिमाग में घुस जाता है. 1 घंटे से ज्यादा नहीं खेलेगा कोई. अपने स्क्रीन टाइम को कंट्रोल करो, इससे लोगों के सिर में दर्द हो रहा है. आंखों में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है बच्चों के, खास तौर से गेम से, क्योंकि आप एक साथ देखते रहते हो ऐसे 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 और मारते रहते हो फट 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 फट. सो बी वेरी केयरफुल विद गेम्स. वायलेंट गेम्स को थोड़ा सा एडिक्शन नहीं होना चाहिए, कम रखो एडिक्शन. पासवर्ड स्ट्रॉन्ग रखो बच्चों, तुम लोगों के पासवर्ड्स तुम्हें फंसवा देते हैं. टीचर्स आप भी थोड़ा सा सेफ रहें. If you have been somebody has opened an ID, like school has given you an ID password, so please keep changing your passwords. And password should be made up of more than 8 characters, capital letters, small letter, number and special character. जैसे मेरा ये पासवर्ड आपको दिख रहा है रेड कलर से, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग पासवर्ड है, ये बहुत बड़ा पासवर्ड है, याद भी नहीं होगा आपको, लेकिन मुझे याद है. ये देखो, बाबा बाबा ब्लैक शीप, हैव यू एनी वुल, यस सर 3 बैग फुल @2018 बन गया पासवर्ड. So I hope my point is very clear. Be very smart with your passwords. Passwords should be more than 8 characters. Last and very important, before I take questions, parents, digital money has to be protected these days. मैंने शुरू में आपको बता दिया fraudsters कैसे fraud कर रहे हैं, कॉल वॉल करके, इंश्योरेंस, क्रेडिट कार्ड, इन सब से बचो. किसी लिंक पे अपना UPI ID या पिन नहीं डालना चाहिए. Don't install any remote sharing app. ATMs पे हाथ ढक के पिन डालो हमेशा. If you do net banking, always enter your password with a virtual keyboard और उस पे HTTPS लिखा होना चाहिए. मोबाइल बैंकिंग करते समय only use your internet, your Wi-Fi. Don't connect to any public Wi-Fi and start doing banking. ATM पे ध्यान रखो, they are trying to put these fake devices on ATM which can clone your card. Always cover your hands and enter your PIN. Don't give your physical card to anyone. Don't give your physical card to anyone. अपने हाथ से स्वाइप करो, हाथ ढक के पिन डालो. Whether you are shopping or whether you are paying some delivery guy. So be careful. And अगर कभी कुछ गलत हो जाए, immediately file a complaint with the police and file a complaint with the bank. अगर आपकी गलती नहीं है, so the RBI has a very clear mandate. If you are not wrong, the money will be refunded by the bank. But if it is your mistake, you have given your PIN number, password, OTP, then sorry, the money is gone. So be very careful. Don't share your PIN, OTP, and nobody is calling you for KYC or bonus of insurance or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Be careful. And nobody is sending you very expensive gifts from Facebook friends or Instagram friends. All are these fake. They try to become friends, they share some personal chats and pictures, and then they send you some very expensive gifts, and then they ask you to pay the money for the name of duty or something, custom duty. All are fraud. And children, work from home. This has become another very serious problem. There are hackers who are misusing this. So you will get a mail that sit at home and work and you will earn 5,000 rupees or blah, blah, blah. Be careful. So with this, I will finish my presentation, my side of content. I'm sharing my contact details. Children, you can get in touch with me on Insta, Facebook and Twitter. All my handles are verified. Blue tick laga hua hai. This is a handle of Government of India, Cyber Dost. You can follow this on Twitter. It will help you a lot. This is a helpline number of Government of India. Again, this will help you a lot. 155260. With this information, I will come to my platform back and I will start taking the questions, whichever you have for me. Let me come to the platform. Let me stop sharing my screen. And I have 6 questions there. So let me start. Sir, let me start. A few days ago, I had an online webinar on YouTube. I had some other students had to speak. So in the live, some students from my batch made fake accounts, my name, and they were commenting very vulgar. I am sorry, sir. The whomsoever teacher this has happened, I'm very sorry. So now whenever you do any live streaming, please turn off the comments. So when you stream a video, you tell that this video is for children, and when you say it is for children, the chat option will automatically turn off. This is happening with everyone. It's not only happened with you. I also remember once it happened with me. We can complain, we can track, but people are gone mad. So it is better to ignore these issues. Don't take it on your heart. But yes, for other further streamings, please turn off your chat when you do live streams. Don't try to make it interactive for the public, because in public, everybody will shout and you can't go and ask every dog which is barking on the street that why are you barking? So when you are on the road, there are so many people, you don't even know them. So please, for future, it's better. And next time, whenever you do your live streaming, turn off the chat. You want, you can report these accounts, but then I know it will take time to sort it out because these all YouTube and all are foreign channels. I use Paytm, but after Paytm, I do not get full details visible. In Paytm, done name of the person is there. Yes. So I prevent Paytm. How do I prevent Paytm from getting hacked? Always keep your password safe. Paytm password cannot be changed without an OTP. So nobody can get into your wallet. And just be careful when you send money to someone. Recheck the number twice. If you put one digit wrong, the money will go to somebody else and he will never return it to you. How can I download an app which can be keep me away from bad sites from opening? So you basically need on your laptop, you can install pop-up blocker, Sharajji, and you can also install total security softwares like Quick Heal, Norton. They can protect children. How to secure your passwords? Make more than 8 characters of passwords, capital, small, and numbers. Use passphrase rather than using password. So I showed you my password that it's a poem basically. So use some phrases and always log out. Khyati has written the answer, wonderful answer. Khyati ma'am, thank you. Complex passwords, 2-factor, and always log out. Is it necessary to log out Instagram after we browse through? If you are doing it on a browser, yes. If it is your phone, it is automatically logged in, but then your phone should be secured. Otherwise, you can log out. Recently, I made a Google account and already know about spams folder who are attacked. One day, I went to a link and a malware came into my father's phone. It took 2 days to remove the virus. So if something like this happens, immediately factory reset your device. It is called factory reset. So there is an option called factory reset. You can factory reset your device. When can we report an Instagram account? Do we face any investigation? So yes, if you are reporting it with your name and tracking, so yes, you can be faced with an investigation. If you just report it to Instagram, then there is no investigation. They will only block it. But if you report it to cybercrime police station, yes, there will be a action taken. UPI and everything is safe with PhonePe, but be smart and alert. I'm happy that you have confessed that you are addicted to PUBG. And how do I get rid? Beta, the best option to get rid is occupy yourself in something else, which makes you, which is more interesting. Like you start singing, dancing, playing drums, piano, painting, reading. Reading will help you a lot. Read some good English, literature, whatever subject you like. Ask your parents to buy you books so that you can. So diversion is the best answer for addiction. I also call it indirect rehabilitation. Spend time with parents, play some board games, ask parents to help you. So you are a family of 6 people, play some Ludo, chess, online on board games and all. So that will help you. So if Gmail ID is like Facebook, how do we verify it? So Gmail and Facebook both have a separate verification. For Gmail, you have to verify it with the 2-step verification, and Facebook, you have to verify with 2-factor authentication. There are many apps that seize our data. How to check? So on Google Play Store, there are many apps. Please check the reviews. Please check at least 10-20 reviews before installing any application on your phone. Is that clear? So I have taken all the questions. Are there any more questions? Any teacher wants to ask me any specific question which I have missed? Please ask. Children, if you have any specific more questions, please ask. And with this, I thank the school for inviting me and all the children listening to me, parents. How do we delete Gmail account? All right, let me show you. So I can show it to you on my screen. So let me take you to, let's open a Gmail account. So first you go to your Gmail. The question is how to delete a Gmail account permanently. But be careful before you delete. So I think Gmail is having some issue on the server. It's not loading. Uh-oh. Yeah. So just go to your Google, go to your Gmail account. There's an option, manage your Google account. Go to manage your Google account. In manage, you will find an option called account. Here you go. So you go to your data, there you have your account details, personal, so in security, the first thing is two-step verification is on, number one. You always keep a recovery option. Number three, you check your devices from where somebody is getting into my device. So you can manage your devices. So I'm using it on a MacBook, iPhone and OnePlus. Now suppose this OnePlus is not with me. So there is an option to log out. I can log out from this OnePlus if it is not with me. So please protect your accounts here. And once you are done with your settings and security, there is an option to manage third-party access also. And where are you signed in with? Then you have an option for contacts. You have an option for payments, whatever payment methods you have added. So this is how you control the settings of your Google account. This is your protection. This is your account data. Everything is there on Google. All right. Then coming back. Yes. Any other question I have? Let me check. Live questions. Continuing my question first, the children use face my photo of YouTube account, also my name. So this, ma'am, has to be reported if somebody is using, as I mentioned, in cyber law, and parents try to understand if children are trying to be naughty like this, they are violating the law. I have just now mentioned that in cyber law, making a fake account is a crime. We should be grateful to our schools and teachers that they don't complain in the police. But if ma'am or teacher, whosoever is written this question, if somebody is using the face of a teacher on a YouTube account and using bad words, I am sorry, you have committed double crime. And if the cyber crime is alerted, it will take 10 minutes to track. And after that, I'm sorry, you all understand what happened in the boys' locker room case also. 20 students were apprehended. So what age do you suggest a child? Not before 13 in any case. And if you are giving for some reason a device, it's better to give them a desktop computer or a tablet which should be connected. So suppose you are giving a 4th grader or a 3rd grader a device for classes. So it's better to have a own trusted device. But independent smartphone should not be given, I think, before the age of 13. You can give children devices and tablets and laptops, and but under parental guidance. Parental guidance. So thank you. So we delete our Gmail account. Will it delete our photos on Google Photos? How can we restore them? Once you have deleted, everything is gone, Prerna. So if you want to take a backup, first go to your photos.google.com. It is called photos.google.com. You want to delete from the cloud, you can select some pictures and delete. Suppose I want to delete this picture, so I can select this picture. I will personally select, and then I can press the button delete. So I select this, I select this, I select this, I select this, and then I press the dustbin button. I will move to the trash. So this is how I've deleted. Now you want to make a copy of the picture. Suppose I want this copy of a picture from my cloud. I can copy the picture. Suppose this is a picture, I want a copy of this picture. There is an option download. I can say download. So this will help me to download the picture permanently. So this is, but if you delete your account, then every data is gone. You will not be able to get back your data. So be very careful before you delete your data. Am I clear on that? Okay. How do we lay papers, understand to change? My reference is personation with senior student. So senior students, if you have a problem with impersonation, either you report it to the cyber cell, or I can also help you to remove those fake accounts. But if you want to track exactly who has done that, you need to have an official complaint filed with the cyber cell, and once it is done, the police will take cognizance, because making a fake account is a criminal offense. If you have forgotten, I will again show you the screen. And please, teachers and parents, bachcho, be a good digital citizen. Don't take the law in your hand. Don't play with the law. I'm warning you. So let me show you the law again. This is the section. If you can read my screen. Section 66D, cheating by personation. Whoever, listen to the word, whoever means koi bhi, bachcha, booda, jawan, by means of any mobile or computer is cheating by personation. So I take a face of a teacher and I start writing something as a teacher. You are cheating by personation. You can be jailed for 3 years with a fine of 1 lakh rupees. Bachcho, please, I want you to be a good, sorry, I got disconnected. So please, children and parents, bachcho, be a good digital citizen. Let me tell you one senior students who are listening to me. One girl, she got her admission rejected in a very good foreign university. You know why? Because of a bad social media footprints. Let me repeat what I said. One girl had a wonderful percentage, wonderful academic background, and her admission was rejected. Once getting admission, after that it was rejected. So she asked that, why have you rejected my admission? Bole, we were going through your social media and we found that you have been posting very negative and very derogatory content on every social media. So I'm sorry, you are not a good social media citizen. We cannot take you in our college. So please be very careful, children. Your footprints can be watched. And how to avoid double click on ads? Please don't click on any ads. Use a pop-up blocker. Use a pop-up blocker. So that might be, no, it's not always hacking which makes a phone hot, or it's not. You can factory reset and check, or you can get your hardware checked. How do you check authenticity of links? I would recommend don't click on any link, and don't click on any links coming on WhatsApp. And please check fake news also. There's a lot of fake news. How do we children can be given, yes, Sambit, children can be given gaming consoles, but under parental control and strict discipline. So as a child, I remember when I used to go out and play, I had a fixed discipline that, okay, 1 hour is given to you, go out and play cricket, and within 1 hour you have to come back. So if I don't come back in 1 hour, I used to get ghusas from my mama and papa. So that made me a disciplined child कि ठीक है खेलने का 1 घंटा. तो अगर आप पेरेंट्स ये कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, बेडरूम में तो मत देना गेमिंग कंसोल किसी भी बच्चे को. रात को इंटरनेट बंद कर दो, बिल्कुल कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. रात को हम सोना चाहिए, सोते में हम कोई इंटरनेट नहीं चलाते हैं. तो ये कुछ कंट्रोल्स हमारे होने चाहिए बच्चों के लिए. और मैं बच्चों को रोक नहीं रहा इंटरनेट से, बिल्कुल मत रोकिए, गेमिंग से भी मत रोकिए, डिसिप्लिन के साथ. और जहां आपको लगे बच्चा एडिक्शन में जा रहा है, वहां यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल पेरेंट्स, वेरी वेरी केयरफुल. आई हैव सीन वेरी वेरी बैड केसेस ऑफ how to delete an Instagram account permanently. You have to open Instagram on browser. Let me repeat, you have to open Instagram on a browser. Go to your settings, go to your account. Last line पे लिखा होता है disable my account. उससे ये account बंद हो जाएगा. और बच्चों में फिर से हाथ जोड़ के repeat कर रहा हूँ. No bullying of teachers, please. No using bad words for your teacher. No memes. सब कुछ trace हो जाता है बच्चों. पेशेंस चेक मत करो और अपने हाथ में कानून मत लो. इंटरनेट एक खूबसूरत चीज है, उसे अच्छे से यूज करो. और ये फेक अकाउंट बनाना, गंदी फोटोज भेजना, गंदे वर्ड्स, ये सब गलत है, इलीगल है. और दूसरी बात, 2 चीजों से बचो, अटेंशन सीकिंग सिंड्रोम और फोमो. एक बच्ची रो रही थी, मैंने पूछा बेटा व्हाई आर यू क्राइंग? बोले सर मैंने इंस्टा पे फोटो डाली थी, मेरे को सिर्फ 2 लाइक्स मिले, मुझे डिप्रेशन हो गया. तो ये बेवकूफी है बच्चों, इससे बचो. दूसरा, ज्यादा लाइक्स और कमेंट्स आने से कोई अमिताभ बच्चन नहीं बन जाता है इंटरनेट पे. फोमो से बचो. फोमो मींस फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट. सामने वाला बदमाशी कर रहा है, मैं भी करूंगा, अगर मैंने नहीं किया तो सब मेरे बारे में गलत सोचेंगे. सो स्टे अवे फ्रॉम इट. यस, मोबाइल बैंकिंग इज सेफ. उसके लिए ओरिजिनल ऐप डाउनलोड करो और हमेशा नेट बैंकिंग अपने इंटरनेट और अपने वाईफाई से करनी चाहिए. अवॉइड यूजिंग पब्लिक वाईफाई. फैक्ट्री रीसेट से पूरा डेटा चला जाएगा, लेकिन जो आपका बैकअप होगा उससे सारा डेटा वापस आ जाएगा. और मुझे कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स चाहिए, तो एक बार मैं आपको फिर दिखा देता हूं अपनी कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स. यू कैन सी माय कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स हेयर. अरे here are my contact details. So, bachcho, you can see this is my contact details. So, let me again show you some sharing problem. So this is my contact details, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. And bachcho, you can follow me if you want to learn from me, the senior students only, 10th and above. I have a training program at hackershala.com. It is an internship program, 3 weeks of training, 3 weeks of project. So we can train you also. And rest, anybody has any problems, you are most welcome to message me. I am a little busy with so many cases and so many responsibilities. I am running a Gurgaon training program also, Gurgaon Police internship. So I might be a little late in answering, so don't mind please. But I normally for children, I always there to help you and guide you until unless you are a good child and you are not doing anything wrong and not does Wi-Fi routers affect health? No, they don't affect any health. उससे ज्यादा तो हम लोग हमारे घरों पे ऊपर डिश एंटीना तो पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ लगा हुआ है, कोई एक्सपोजर नहीं है. वाईफाई राउटर से देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. व्हाट इज द मिनिमम एज अ चाइल्ड शुड बी गिवन अ पर्सनल फोन? 13 साल से पहले मत दीजिए. 13 साल से पहले अगर बच्चा बाहर जाता है और उसे सिक्योरिटी के लिए फोन देना है, छोटा वाला फोन आता है वो नोकिया का, वो दे दो. और बच्चों को लैपटॉप से बेटर होता है डेस्कटॉप देना. छोटे बच्चे अगर घर में हैं, आप अच्छा डेस्कटॉप बना लो, उसमें माइक्रोफोन, हेडफोन, वेबकैम लगा के बच्चों को दे सकते हैं. पेरेंटल गाइडेंस में लिविंग रूम में रहना चाहिए कंप्यूटर, लिविंग रूम में रहना चाहिए. और ये जो अमेजोन और नेटफ्लिक्स है, इसमें पेरेंटल कंट्रोल जरूर ध्यान रखिएगा प्लीज. और बच्चों आप भी कोई गलत काम नहीं करें, जो एप्लीकेशन पे लिखा है उस एज को फॉलो करें. तो एक प्रोग्राम पे लिखा है 18 प्लस, आपकी एज क्या है 13, तो आपको वो प्रोग्राम नहीं देखना है. दैट्स इट. और कोई क्वेश्चन रह गया? So what if we signed up for an Instagram with our mobile number? There is no issue. You can sign up with your phone number. If we delete our Gmail account, no, data will not be restored. I think I've answered all these questions. So all right, I have taken all the questions. Can 8th class be trained? Sambit, we can check. It's very difficult to say right now blindly. I don't know you. So if I interact with you personally, if I see your knowledge level, then only I could. I have taken students who have been as young as 6th grade, 5th grader also. I have seen hackers, but then it depends upon the intellect of the individual person. I normally invite children 10th and above. And parents, remember, no social media before 13. Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, every social media has an age limit of 13 plus. So please take care. And no YouTube addiction also. On YouTube, don't watch such content which can pollute your mind and start affecting your mind. I have seen a lot of psychological cases here coming up where children, I don't know what all kind of videos are they watching and what all kind of mindset they are making. So grooming is something which is very dangerous online. और वो पता नहीं चलता है कब हो जाती है, आदमी कब क्या क्या सीख लेता है इंटरनेट से, समझ में नहीं आता है. So be very careful. Thank you, Hanaya ji. Thank you for liking the webinar. I hope all of you must have. What is the age rate is not written. There are no apps, Rakshita, which is not having an age rating. You can check on Play Store, Apple Store. Everybody, it is compulsory for App Store and Play Store to have an age rating. Any other question? I think no. So Neha ma'am, I'm done. If any teacher has any question, please, I'm welcome to answer that. Otherwise, I'll take leave. Principal ma'am, Lata ma'am, thank you for inviting me. And all of you, thank you for listening and being such a wonderful audience. God bless you all. बच्चों को खास तौर से आप लोग सब safe रहें घर पे और अपना ध्यान रखें. Or be a good netizen, be a good digital citizen and make the best out of your education. Bachcho, education is the only thing which is going to stay always with you. Nobody can take it away from you. To take the best education, be the best human being you can be, do good for the nation, do good for people, and stay away from all these negative things. So if it has, see, I cannot comment on, I've not checked CM security. but all the Chinese apps, 59 of these apps have been banned, and the list is out in public. You can check the list. That's a very good question. Is there any fake registration forms for universities? There might be, but so be careful. All universities, they have an official website which has to have a domain ac.in. Let me repeat, any website, any university in the world, it will always have the domain .ac. So Rakshit Tandon has a university, it is called rakshituniversity.ac.in. A university cannot be .com or .org, first thing. Second, please check officially with the website. Then only you fill up any forms or registration forms. So check the authentic website rather than looking at ads. Don't go for ads. Go to the genuine website of the university and fill up the form. So with this, thanks a lot. Thank you, Neha ma'am. If you can come back and take the dice. And Jai Hind, all of you. And thank you so much for inviting me. Jai Hind. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rakshit Tandon, for addressing the Gyan Bharti family on a subject as important as cybersecurity in all its aspects. These are difficult times, and now more than ever before, when all of us, teachers, parents, and students, are all going through tough times, the understanding of this subject is of paramount importance. To me, it's not just about being safe, but about being responsible and ensuring the entire ecosystem responds to the hygiene expected with a deep understanding. Tech is here to stay, and we as stakeholders and family need to celebrate a positive engagement of the beauty so that it benefits all of us. Thank you, Nishi and Neha and everyone present. Dear parents, teachers, and even dearer children, I hope we have benefited and we will set behaviors for others to emulate. We are a legacy school and we shall always endeavor to stay ahead in all that we do. Let's believe together we can. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, Lata ma'am, for helping us organize this webinar and for being so encouraging throughout this way. And thank you, Rakshit sir. Of course, there is no more need to thank you. Thank you everyone else for joining us today, and we hope to see you soon for further webinars. Have a good day, stay safe and stay